What's going on, Craftinistas? I am here with this little stool that I picked up at JoAnn's. I used a 60% off coupon a couple of weeks back, so this only ended up being $7.99. So I'm going to use this stool to make a timeout little stool, a little timeout chair. Of course, it's a stool that have a backing on it. So I'm just going to mix some of these pearl paints that I have. And that's what I do. If you have a little bit in one of them, I just mix them up. And I wanted a different color for the bottom. I didn't want it, too white. I wanted a little silver in it. So I mixed the silver with the little white I have. So I ended up putting this pink, the two colors that I mixed, on the top. And then I ended up also using that pink on the legs, in the middle of the legs. So then I also, here I am putting it on the legs. I also used the other two portions of that I used that it's very faint. It's a white and silver. Doesn't even hardly show up on camera. So here I'm just using some of this trim. Um, Everything was relatively cheap. As I said, this is a cheap product. Stuff that I had in my stash. This stuff, as you can see, was 50 cents, 25 cents here. Stuff that I had that, oh, I'm never going to use. I end up using it. It just may take me a while. It'll be in my stash, but I wanted something a little thick. So I put down my first layer of that pink trim here. And then I am using this very thin layer, but it's going to give me that poof that I need. So then I'm having this line here, so I'm going to use this other trim and I'm going to cover up my gap. Then of course I got to use some bling. So once I get that all together, but first here are the buttons that I use. As I saw, if you watch my channel a little while back, I picked those up in a haul from Walmart. As you see, those were 50 cents and 25 cents. So this is a relatively cheap craft here. But it's all about throwing it all together using that Dollar Tree bling. And then I am putting the bling on, then adding all the buttons there together. Then I'm using some rhinestones to accent that. Here I'm using some stickers for my wording on top and then throw it all together. Um, it's probably better to use a actual can't think of the word for it, but something that's going to be permanent on there. But I use the stickers and I'm just going to use some Mod Podge and a couple of layers to kind of mold that down so it won't go anywhere. And I don't mind going over that later. Um, but that's another way to try to make sure that those actually don't go anywhere. So I'm just getting that all thick down. And then here's my final project. So now I have a little timeout stool and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, Craftinistas.